money is not everything, but it is it is something, right? Hope that's still it wasn't supposed to catch on fire. Anyway, we all like to save as much money as we can no matter what, right? I mean, that's just kind of a general thing. But if you're into filmmaking or YouTube, you probably watch a bunch of videos, see awesome stuff that people are using to get some really cool shots, think, I gotta have that piece of gear, and then you click in the description, you see the price, and then you continue to see that price over and over and over again in your nightmares. I'm in college, I know, which is why I want to share with you 3 quick-fire ways that we can all save money in filmmaking or YouTube. Number 1, and this is the biggest and really the most direct one, quit using Premiere Pro. Now, I don't want to say that Adobe is ripping you off, but $20.99 a month if you pay by the year, or $31.50 a month if you pay month to month, is kind of crazy, and DaVinci Resolve is free. DaVinci Resolve's free version does everything you'll probably ever need, and it color grades better than Premiere Pro. Now, if you need some crazy powerful stuff from your editor, DaVinci Resolve does have a paid version, which is the studio version, and I think it's around $300 outright. That's a lifetime license for roughly the same price as 1 year of Premiere Pro. It's absurd, and I love them for it. Final Cut Pro does the same thing, but you have to work on a Mac, like a loser. I'm just kidding. Please don't hate me. Dump Adobe, man. Along the same lines as number 1, let's talk about music. Music is huge to me. If you've been around the channel, you know that I have a partnership with Artlist. I use Artlist, and I've got a link in the description, but music licensing, while safe, can be quite expensive. I understand that. I agree with you. Luckily, there are free options other than YouTube's music or audio library, which, let's be honest, it just sucks. It really does. Personally, before I started using Artlist, I would get music from one of 2 places. Either here on YouTube, a bunch of playlists of free copyright-free music that I like to use, or SoundCloud. On both of these platforms, you'll find artists that are happy to give you their music for use in your videos, as long as you give them credit, like say in the description down below. Speaking of the description, I've left a playlist of copyright-free music that I like to use before I started using Artlist down in the description below, so you can go check that out if you would like. SoundCloud is a little bit different. You'll know that you can use an artist's music in your videos by either checking out their bio, where they'll usually have something listed like just give me credit, or you can send them a message directly, an email, something like that, asking for permission. Though I know that second option requires some sort of human interaction, so I wouldn't blame you if you're just like, nah. Because yeah, I never did that. A word of warning with free music. They can change their mind anytime and copyright the music, and then they'll claim your videos and you can't make any money off them after that point. So you are playing it really risky. I've had a couple of my videos get claimed from music that used to be copyright free in the past because the artist signed with a label and the label was like, yeah, no more free licensing for you. Just something to consider. And make sure that whenever you use free music from somebody, one of those artists, that you do credit them in the description, because they worked hard and they gave it to you for free just so that they get that popularity. So do them a solid, make sure you follow the rules, and be a good human being, because I know you are. I know you are. Finally, kind of an indirect one, but stop watching so much YouTube. You're probably thinking, like, why would he sign his own death warrant like that? And yes and no, but that's not really what I mean. Whenever I go on YouTube, videos from Peter McKinnon, Cody Wanner, and Maddie Hapoja, sorry if I butchered the pronunciation there, but all of their videos pop up in my feed, and guess what most of those videos are? Well, they're gear videos. They're about really expensive gear. That's all fine and good, and I've done videos about camera stuff before, but all those videos usually do is make me want to go out and buy some really awesome camera gear that I have absolutely no use for. It's easy to see great videos from really awesome creators and think, oh my gosh, I need that piece of gear because Peter uses it. But I usually need to remind myself that no matter how cool a piece of gear is, I probably would never use it, or at least not use it enough to make it worth it. For instance, do I want a gimbal? Yeah, they're awesome. Will I ever use it? No. No, I won't. As a rule of thumb, I like to wait at least a week after I get that initial urge to buy something, especially if it's something that just came out, because you have to check all the reviews and everything like that. But anyway, sit on it for at least a week. You're gonna want it just as much a week later than you did, when you just saw it, if you really actually need it. So sleep on it, sit on it, whatever you want to do on it for a week. I know if I didn't do that, I would have a ton of cool stuff, but no house. Maybe I could make like a tent out of C-stands and green screens. Just don't subject yourself to that. Remove the temptation. Watch less YouTube, save some money. Of course, there's other things you can do to save money, like buying used camera gear, buying camera gear off the gray market, all this stuff, but I wanted to give you some options of things that you might not have heard before. So if I did do that and you appreciated it, maybe give me a like down below. I would definitely appreciate that. Likes allow me to keep doing what I do, and if you want to see more of what I do in the future, hit the subscribe button. But even if you don't, remember that you are an awesome human being, maybe just not as awesome as the ones you do. Have a good one.